What's going on, everybody? I just had a topic that just came to my head, and I just felt that I would, share it with the YouTube world. Um, Today, what I'm going to be talking about is First Take versus Undisputed. The differences between First Take and Undisputed. Now, before I start, and this I'm not going to be long, I love both shows. I love First Take. I love Undisputed. Stephen A. That's my guy. Period. That's my guy. You know. And as a boxing fan, I love Max Kellerman. He's the lovable know-it-all. But I've been watching Max for a very long time. Undisputed, I've been watching Skip Bayless for a very long time, back when he was on First Take, and even way back when the show was called Cold Pizza. And as a Denver Bronco fan, Shannon Sharp, what? Shannon Sharp is knowledgeable and he's hilarious. So I love both shows. I make it a point to watch both shows pretty much on a consistent basis. I've had First Take DVR'd for about the last 8 years. And I watch, if I'm not off, I watch Undisputed on YouTube faithfully. But here's the difference. First Take is more versatile. First Take is way more versatile than Undisputed. They find creative ways to debate. They have more guests. They have a broader range of topics when it comes to sports discussions. And Undisputed, while entertaining, you're pretty much getting the same 3 topics all the time. You're being force-fed the Dallas Cowboys, Tom Brady, or LeBron James. Now, the last 2 are actually worth discussing because they've done winning in recent years. And the example that I'm going to give you is this here. This is right after Week 12 of the 2020 football season. Right, there were some big games, big storylines. You had the Colts versus the Packers. That was a big game. 2 first-place teams. You had Baltimore and Tennessee. 2 teams in the playoff mix with championship aspirations. You had the Raiders and the Chiefs. The Raiders were the only team to beat the Chiefs thus far. You had, who else? Let's see. Titans, Ravens, Raiders, Chiefs, Packers, Packers versus Colts. You also have and to a less degree, not more or less to talk about the struggles of Carson Wentz, how he has regressed so much. Not only that as being a big story, but the Cleveland Browns. I repeat, the Cleveland Browns are 7-3. They haven't been 7-3 in 26 years. That is a huge story because it looks like they are going to be a playoff team. You have the #1 overall pick, Joe Burrow, tearing his ACL, a devastating knee injury. And out of all of that, what does Undisputed lead off with? With all of those huge stories, they lead off their show, their A block, about a game between 2 teams under 500. One of them just happens to be the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys have not won a game in over a month. It's been about 6 weeks. And because they won a game, they, all of a sudden, they are the lead block on a national sports show. They're the lead block, a 3-7 team who just beat a 4-6 team. That's the difference between Undisputed and First Take. First Take gave that Cowboys-Vikings game the proper attention that it deserved. 5 minutes at the end of the show. Because you have a Minnesota team that is irrelevant. That they were hot, but that loss brings them back to irrelevance. The only thing interesting about the Minnesota Vikings now is whether or not Dalvin Cook wins the rushing title. That's it. And the Cowboys have been irrelevant all season. They just happen to play in a division of nothing but irrelevant teams. And that's the problem. Undisputed will spend half of their show talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They're force-feeding you a team that loses. They're force-feeding you the Cowboys. And I don't care if that's Skip Bayless's favorite team or not. You have to be more versatile. as a show like that. I mean, there's a lack of versatility because it's just Dallas, Tom Brady, or LeBron James, and they'll sprinkle in some things here and there. First Take talks about Chargers, Colts, Chiefs, Raiders, Ravens, Titans, Joe Burrow, Carson Wentz, Lamar Jackson, the Taysom Hill, the New Orleans Saints. They talk about all of that stuff that are bigger stories. And they talked about the Dallas Cowboys with 5 minutes left in the show. I mean, it's a big difference because they're a more versatile show. And as much as, like I said, I love Undisputed. But First Take still has them beat. Because I don't want to be, this is just me speaking for myself. And you could look and say, well, who the hell are you? I mean, I'm loyal to this. I'm true to this. I don't want to be force-fed about the damn Cowboys. Or Tom Brady. But I can understand why. Tom Brady has a team that is a Super Bowl contender. I don't want to be force-fed LeBron James, but I can understand why. I'm a Lakers fan, but not only that, LeBron James just won the championship. So I can kind of get that. But leading off with Dallas? An under 500 team versus another under 500 team? You know, Undisputed has to diversify their portfolio. They have to get more... They have to get more versatile in their play, in their show. They have to get way more versatile. It's a must. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It's Saturday. We're back.